PCL fans, Dilly here. Wanted to bring you guys a quick video, especially you new coaches, about our changes coming up in Season 6 of our Draft League. Now, as many of you know, we're changing up basically the entire system of how we do things. Really wanted to bring a fresh new feel to the draft for this last season before Generation 8 lands. So, basically what we kind of want to go over in this video really quick is just this point system. I know some people are a little confused about it still, so I wanted to go over that, list out the teams that we've got, a few other changes that are coming this season, nothing crazy, and then at the end I will be showing you guys the official draft order. So without further ado, here are the points tiers, and this is what it's basically about. So instead of having tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and just having Pokemon split into just those 5 tiers, now we've split them up from 18 to 1. And we've gone through meticulously. The mods voted on some of these that we were a little torn between, trying to balance everything out and make sure everything was appropriately tiered. So how it's basically going to work is everybody gets 120 points. This is very similar to how free points worked in our regular tier system, where you got 400 points for your last 4 Pokemon, and you had to try to fill that out using those points. With this, the entire draft is 120 points, and you build a team of 9 to 11 Pokemon with 120 points worth to spend. So basically what that means is if you wanted to take 10, 12-point Pokemon, if they weren't all taken, you could do that. You could have a team of 10, it costs 12, it's 120 points. Most people aren't going to want to do that. You obviously want to get some of your old tier 1s that are now tiers like 18 to 14 points. So it's really going to be interesting to try to work around these points and build teams out of that. Some people might try to get their teams a little beefier, but have less wiggle room and go for 9 Pokemon, but then you can use a lot of higher point mons. Or some people might do how we've done it with tiers and have all 11 Pokemon and really spread it out and try to cover all the bases. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, and I think it'll really help shake up the meta that we've kind of started to establish here at PCL. So one question that we've gotten is, what about Z Captains? So Z Captains will be changing. You still get 2 Z Captains, and you will choose them at the end of the draft when all the drafting is done. And basically the point total for those 2 captains can't exceed 25 points. So what that basically means is you could have, for example, one of your Z Captains be worth 15 points, and then your other Z Captain has to be 10 points or less. You don't have to, you don't have to get exactly 25 points. It can be less than that. It just can't go over. You can't have 2 18-point Z Captains. It's not allowed. That's too much. You can go again. You can go under this. Just don't. You can't go over it. We'll be checking to make sure nobody's going over any of that. And changing Z Captains though is still going to cost 1 FA, 1 free agency, just like we had in the past. So make sure you take that into effect if you are wanting to change your Z Captains throughout the rest of the season. If you have questions about free agency, check out the rules document. I did update that today, and I will be posting it again in the Discord so people can get a refresh and see these changes in that official rule doc. So hopefully these points kind of make a little more sense. To help make a little more sense of it though, I went through and updated our draft sheet, made it a lot more automated, and made it really easy to be able to track all the points that you've already spent, how many you have left while you're in the middle of drafting. So I'm going to show you guys that really quick here. So here's our draft sheet. Some of you guys will recognize this. The first tab here is just the list that we needed to get everything automated, so you don't need to worry about this first sheet. It's just all the Pokemon listed alphabetically with their point totals, so you can search through this if you want to search alphabetically. You can control F and see how many points everything is worth. We also on this have the tier list. The full tier list is on here, everything's listed out, and their boxes next to here will fill in automatically as people draft. Now let me show you what that means. So here's our draft sheet. This is the only tab that you yourself will have to do anything with during the draft. All you have to do when it's your turn, your team name will be here. It'll say what round it is, what pick, so it goes down this list. When your team name is right here, it's your turn to draft. You will just click this little box over here, and search for the Pokemon you want to draft as long as it's still available. So for example, I chose Manaphy because Manaphy is such a great Pokemon. And it automatically will fill in right here 16 points. The system already knows exactly how many points, and when you fill that in, you go over to teams. The teams again will be listed here by name. Here's my team, Colorado. Manaphy, boom, round 1, 16 points, and now instead of 120 points here, it says I have 104 points left. So this will keep track throughout the thing so we can make sure that nobody goes over their points. Very important. And then this tier list, again, here's Manaphy down here. You can see my name got automatically filled in. You won't have to put anything in, it'll get filled in. So if you want to see what's already been taken, just look here. Just come to this tier list and be like, oh, I kind of wanted Manaphy, but oh shoot, Dilly took it. So now you have to draft something different. You can't draft the same Pokemon that's already been taken. Hopefully this makes sense. This will not be available for people to really do anything with until the draft drops, so hopefully this video is very informative. If you have any questions, let me or one of the mods know. But it should really be straightforward. Just when it's your turn, click where your name is, go over to the Pokemon, and select your Pokemon. Select Aggron, you know, and it'll have your name in here, and it'll fill everything in automatically. Like you go to teams, here's Aggron, 6 points, boom. Not that you would draft that round 1, but just an example. Alright. So here are the important questions that I think some people have. When is draft? Draft is going to be beginning Friday, July 26th. This gives you guys a little less than 2 weeks to kind of prep, get ready for that. It's going to be a slow draft, but a little different than how we did it last season. But we're still not expecting this to go much longer than the weekend, hopefully. People here have been very good about drafting, leaving picks and everything, so plan for that. Don't be the person that waits the full 8 hours every time. We don't like that, and it just doesn't make you look great within this league, so be wary of that. But obviously we understand if you're sleeping or whatever. Like, that's why there is these timers. So the timers, the difference here now is there's a 4-hour timer between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern. That's Eastern US time. And then 8-hour timer kicks in 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. We talked to a few people, and this seemed to be something that worked out okay. Obviously, this won't work with everyone's time zones, just the majority. But we expect that anyone with a weird time zone, just like anyone else in this league who's working or whatever, will leave picks. Leave picks with somebody you trust, probably in the other league, so they're not sniping you, but leave your picks with someone else so they can draft for you and it can keep moving while you're asleep or whatever. And just like it's been before, if you get skipped twice, we haven't heard anything from you, you will be replaced. We have a nice long wait list right now. We've got at least 5 people right now that want in this league, so we will not hesitate to replace you. If for any reason you're not able to make this draft date, but you still want to be part of the league, talk to us. We could leave a full plan with someone with lots of backups maybe. We can try to work around that. If you don't think that this time frame is going to work out for you, then sadly you might want to step down and let someone else take your spot for the time being. Again, at the bottom here, be a good drafter, leave picks. We're very big on that here. Our league has been so great keeping people, and everyone's been, you know, really active, and we're really competitive. So we want everyone here to be a good drafter, and that includes all you new people. Leave picks. Find a friend, somebody, make a plan with them, leave backups, so that we can move this draft smoothly and people aren't sitting and getting upset or angry that it's taking too long. The draft should not take more than a couple days. Like I say here, we love getting through the draft really quickly, so just be very wary of that. On top of that, we did have one other rule change that I haven't gone over. It's not so much a rule change, it's just switching back to an old way of doing things, where we used to have an 11-week regular season. We switched to 9-week regular season for 2 seasons, and now we're going to switch back to 11 weeks. And that's mostly because just the timing of this is our last Generation 7 Draft League. We want it to run a little closer to when Gen 8 starts, so we have so we don't have this 2-month period of nothing happening until, you know, Gen 8 drops. This way we move much closer towards when Generation 8 drops. We'll have about a month to get used to the new mons, people will be playing the games, and we'll work on tiering the Generation 8 Pokemon so we can get ready for Season 7, which will be our first Generation 8 Draft League. So, keep that in mind. This regular season is, with 11 weeks plus playoffs, is going to run through October, pretty much. So just keep that in mind. And without further ado, here are our teams. Turn that off. Yeah, so basically this is the Origins League. Everyone here is a returning person. There's no new people in Origins. These are the best of the best from the last season, basically. Some new faces coming up from the lower league, and all these awesome, wonderful logos that people have made. Good job, guys. And then Generations. A lot of new people this season. Really excited about that. Happy to have all of you new people joining us and experiencing PCL with us. It's a really fun league, and we really love it. Hope you guys all have a great blast with just everything we do. And so, without further ado, let's get to the draft order. This is the official draft order for Origins and Generations League. After this video is posted, I will share this on the Discord so people can see it easier, but this is the official announcement of the draft order. There you have it. Nothing more to say about it. I don't really want to go through individually. Everyone can look at it, see where they're at, and start planning their drafts around that. So again, I wanted to keep this video short. I hope you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough. Hopefully this answered a lot of questions for you. Again, reach out to me or Ahmad if you have any questions at all. We're here to help. That should be it. See you guys later.